Yeah, I think it is caving to the president. Robert Kraft had said in the audio that was revealed, I think, a couple of months ago in the secret meetings, he didn't want to give his friend Donald Trump fodder, but he really has. And so now, when the NFL season resumes right before the midterms, Trump will have something else to talk about, and they'll be able to target and pigeonhole players that don't come out of the locker room. And as you said, they'll be able to find teams whose players take a knee. First of all, this is problematic because the players' union should have been consulted. The appropriate response to this was to go back to the policy of several years ago, where no one was on the field for the national anthem. The national anthem was played, then the players took the field afterwards. The other thing, too, it continues to misunderstand and misrepresent what Colin Kaepernick and others were doing in the first place. They weren't protesting the anthem. They weren't protesting our troops. They were taking a knee in reverence on behalf of those who die innocently here in America and who, quite frankly, our troops give their lives to protect. So that's part of the paradox in this. So I hope the union will be steadfast. I think that they will, and demand that they go back to the previous policy where everybody has the option, where everybody should, in unison. And the union should do this anyway. All players, at worst, if this policy stands, should just stay in the locker room and be unified together. As far as the fans are concerned, unfortunately, some of the fans have, again, been misled to believe that this is against the flag, against the anthem, against the troops. There is nothing more reverent than taking a knee. I know Donald Trump and some of his supporters think all of us look alike. They must also think that all protests are the same. This isn't like 1968 Mexico City when John Carlos and Tommy Smith Casey raised their fists. That's not the case at all. That was a definite act in terms of America when they won those medals. This is about standing up for those who lose their lives, innocent people who were killed by the police, people who were killed in racist violence all over the country. It has nothing to do with being against the anthem or the troops. And again, I'll say the paradox is troops give their lives every day, and they actually give their lives for those who also lose their lives in America. And that's all Colin was doing. That's all any of these athletes were doing. And so, again, I think that they're going to keep this going. They want to gin up more of Trump's base, those owners that are loyal to Trump. And some of those, in that base are, of course, fans. And so I think it puts us in a very dangerous place if it's not addressed adequately. The union should be involved. And as I said, if they're not going to involve the union, the worst case scenario, the union should bind together with all players and everybody agree we just won't take the field at all.